They had the most anal management. We have a kickstand. 12 years back, it wasn't like a LED light, it was fluorescent light. Just to change the light, because I'm not a Japanese brand, they would say, oh, you don't have approval. They stopped my technician from coming in to change the light. By my opposite Yuheim, they had white LED lights. I said, why they have and I can't? They just, the manager say straight to me, because you're not a Japanese brand.
Huh?
Really? You need to get approval, write in and seek approval. Yeah. So at that time, I told myself, wow.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
This
is just one instance, many instances. So I told myself, really, I'll be so happy to leave at that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know this one can publish.
Yeah, that's why, right?
Hey Coconuts, I'm sure you're familiar with our friends World First. World First is an all-in-one business account that fuels your business growth worldwide. And yes, they have been fueling TFC. I've used it myself. So World First have allowed me to open up a multi-currency account at zero cost and no fees and no minimum balance needed. So they have a new product which I will share with you more later in the podcast. Meanwhile, if you want to check them out, link is in the description below. And yeah, welcome back to the show. Let's roll. Hey Coconuts, welcome back to TFC Business Show. I'm your host Reggie, aka your Chief Financial Coconut. And if you hear like, wow, the background got a lot of sound, and if you're not on YouTube, check out YouTube because today we are all the way in a Santan part of Katong or Siglap, right? To meet the one and only Heidi from Flor Patisserie. Is it called Flor? Flor Patisserie.
Yes.
FLOR.
Yes.
Okay, anyway, you're close now.
Yeah, you're close now. Doesn't really matter now.
But yes, for our audience that don't know you, could you give a quick introduction?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Heidi. I am the chef owner of Flor Patisserie.
Okay, great. So, for all of you that somehow live under the rock, and essentially, I think we first got in contact because her post went viral. Right? Her post went viral because the landlord wanted to raise her rent by 57%, right? 57.
Yes, 57.
Yeah. I think that post went viral. Everybody pretty much saw it. And so I thought, oh my God, this is a brand that, for lack of a better way to put it, I kind of grew up with it also, right? Since the Funan days.
Funan IT Mall.
Yeah, Funan IT Mall. Not Lifestyle Mall. Back then, the Funan Mall cannot go on. Nothing's there. Yeah, so it's been 15 years. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, we got to talk. So I got you on a quick and dirty session. We did the live. I think that whole thing was pretty fun, and ever since then, you continue to have a lot of media traction.
Yes, very thankful though.
But what happened there? After all this marketing and pressure? Yeah.
Many things happen after, some I can't say. Yeah, we've decided to close. And our lease will be up on 16 July. And then our last day of operation is 13 July.
So like, close like permanent?
Yes, close for good. We get a lot of requests saying, not requests, but questions saying, when are you back again? We'll see you again. I want to take this opportunity to make this very clear. It's for good. We are not coming back. We're selling away all of our equipment, all of our baking trays. My precious molds, all will be gone. We're closing for good.
Yeah. Everything is sold. So yeah, I mean, I was already here last week, and I saw a lot of things being sold so everything is for sale. The chair, the flower, everything. I think that's $30.
Yes.
By the time the podcast go out, I think it will be done. So too bad for you, for all of you tuning in. But I think more importantly is to try to further the conversation with you to understand the situation going forward, why you made these decisions, and what is your next process in your business journey lah.
I see.
Right,
okay.
because most people have already probably covered your story in multiple angles.
Yes.
So maybe for a start, tell us why you ending this for real.
With all this media attention, then I get interviewed a lot.
I know, right?
Yeah, and I get
suddenly your brand value move up, right?
Yeah. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
media. And then they asked me a lot of questions and got me thinking. It really got me thinking about what's the point of owning a brick and mortar in Singapore? Like all this effort you put in, you like as entrepreneur you work so hard, and then my staff work so hard. And then where's it going? Where's all this, I don't even want to say profit because there's no profit, right? Where's all this revenue going? So yeah, it's been unrewarding lately. Not lately, for the past 10 years, in fact.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't just start with, rent is like the nail in the coffin, lah, but I feel that this whole downward spiral for F&B industry on the whole started maybe in 2015-16 when the government started to squeeze on manpower. There's a lot of restriction on hiring. Yeah, and so we faced that, shortage of manpower. Like I could have, at that time I had 4 outlets, but I couldn't staff it. I couldn't like have enough staff to produce, to deliver the kind of service I want, right? And then when you hire a bit more, then there's quota you can't hire, or it's just very expensive to hire. So
What is
that's
the
when
quota now?
the quota now for Malaysia work permit is 2 Singaporean to 1 work permit. Then for S pass it's 7 Singaporean to 1 S pass. Yeah, see, right? But work permit, right? You can only hire from a very small pool of countries. And do you think we are that attractive to Malaysians? Not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, then for S pass, it's not only just a 7 quota. There's also a minimum salary requirement. So all this adds up, right? So,
So that's it. That's
so
it.
yeah, so that's it. So after manpower and then rent law, every 3 years when you renew, you just increase and increase. And then recently the increment is just crazy. Before that, 20% to me is like, wow, that's a lot. Then I need to really think about, whether I want to continue or not. But now it's 57%. It's my first time hitting anything more than 20, to be honest. Yeah.
But are your neighbors all feeling it? Because this is a Niao Sandan. This this area, I mean, Heidi said it multiple times, right? This area, nobody come one,
Nobody come one.
Yeah, you're hearing a bit of sound because there's like a team building thing going on. But before that, there was like nobody. It's quiet.
It's quiet. Yeah, it's really quiet.
Yeah, it's like siglap inside. Even the bus stop is further out, right?
Yeah,
So yeah. So are all your neighbors experiencing these type of rent adjustments in this area?
Yeah, half my neighbor MTs, they have experienced the rent adjustment already. I'm just like next in line. Yeah, this is not a special one-off case. So mine is one of the many stories that you have been seeing in the news. Yeah, everywhere in Singapore. Maybe you don't even hear about them, then they're closed.
Yeah. I think it just so happened you went viral lah.
Yeah,
with that number, everything in your face and all that. I'm sure people have also asked you like, oh, then why not do like ghost kitchen, those kind of things where I mean you essentially half your space is production, right? Just move into a production outlet and then sell online, because you were also saying like 60% of your sales come from online stores.
Correct.
So that's why you can survive in this kind of area.
Correct.
Right? So why not do that?
To move to a production kitchen, or what you call a central kitchen, the moving cost itself is very high. And then you have setup costs as well. So we projected we need about a 6-figure, 100K at least, to properly set up a production kitchen. And this is a cost that in this climate, I do not want to incur. Because even after I moved there, and then what? Yeah, like, and then what? You think the market is going to get better? It's not what?
Okay, but the idea here is today, if you were to move to an industrial kitchen and run it like a dark room or dark kitchen, actually is economically viable, but you're just not willing to.
Okay, if I were there already, then yes, then I would have continued.
Okay.
Yeah, provided the rent don't kisao.
Don't kisao, okay. but all things considered, you're not willing to put in the sunk cost lah.
No, yeah,
right.
I'm done.
Okay.
Prior to deciding to close, right, I did go look at other units.
Did
Similar
anybody give you special
house.
rent offer? Now you're so famous.
How special is special?
Yeah.
How special is special? Like over here, right, 5,400 for 1,800 square feet. The per square foot is what? 3 plus, right?
Yeah. That's an industrial rate, lor.
Correct.
Today.
That's like industrial rate, what? So wherever I go, it's going to be higher. Yeah, like the overall rent could be slightly lower or even the same, but the space is like half. Yeah, and then they don't have the power because we upgraded the power, right? And they don't have the power. And then when I tell the prospect landlord to say, do you mind upgrading the power since this is your asset enhancement, not my asset enhancement, right? They're like, let me think about it.
So, okay, for all of you that don't know, the ovens, the fridges, they all take up quite a high wattage, so you need to re-outfit the space to fit the industrial needs lah. Okay, so what you're saying is the landlords today, I mean, probably not everyone, but the landlords you talk to were not willing to put out the capex first to
Yeah,
upgrade and then
yes.
amortize the rent
Correct.
against.
Correct.
Okay. I'm quite surprised. No interesting rent arrangements that people will talk to you about.
Have lah, but I'm not keen on malls. I'm not keen on rates.
Okay, that's a different discussion lah. Okay. You mean you were in a mall before?
Yeah, I had mall experiences, so I'm really not keen in going to a mall, no matter how special the arrangement is. Yeah, because after all, the purpose of a rate is to maximize profit for the short term.
Fair.
So no such thing as
investors punish the management if they don't make more money. That is true. But actually, if you don't mind, right, can you share a little bit of your experience running the shop in the mall?
So the very first mall we went in was Takashimaya department, the food department. That was 13 years ago. It was, the heyday of Takashimaya, right? Okay, over there, it's such a small little space, but Takashimaya, they had the most anal management. Can I use this word anal?
Yeah. You can. No, I say one, Heidi say one.
Okay.
But yes, please share.
For example, to do any works, we have to engage their appointed contractor, right? Their appointed contractor to use their... So what they're saying is only their contractor have access to this paint color, this paint code color. Not okay? Okay, they say only their contractor have access to this tile, to this light they want to use, to all these specifications. So we have no choice but to use their appointed contractor. But their appointed contractor is usually 20% or even 50% more expensive than what is normal, what is market rate. So this is one of the unseen costs besides rent, right? Then also a very anal are like, we have a kickstand. 12 years back, it wasn't like a LED light, it was fluorescent light. Just to change the light, because I'm not a Japanese brand, they would say, oh, you don't have approval. They stopped my technician from coming in to change the light. By my opposite Yuheim, they had white LED lights. I said, why they have and I can't? They just, the manager say straight to me, because you're not a Japanese brand.
Huh?
Yeah, you need to get approval. Write in and seek approval. Really? Yeah. So at that time, I told myself, wow.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
This
is just one instance, many instances like this. So I told myself, really, I'll be so happy to leave Takashimaya lah, at that time lah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never know this one can publish. Huh?
Yeah, that's why, right?
Yeah.
Now then we talk about, what goes on behind the scenes. But this is what they call industrial norm. Then at Capital, we were at Capital Singapore, the most recent one.
Before it renovated or after it renovated?
Renovated where?
The Capitol Theatre there.
After they renovated.
After renovated.
Yeah. So
okay.
we were next to... Okay, so currently it's taken over by Maison Kitsune. Anyway, we were there. And then I remember, the rent they offered us was actually pretty good because we were on level 1. And consider market rate, it was pretty good. But I tell you, the setting up cost, we need to have fire safety rating from an appointed QP, and that itself is 5,000 gone. From the appointed panel, of QPs. Yeah, and then the you design, they have to approve, and then you pay for design approval. Now, all these little costs you don't see when you sign the lease. It only comes later on. Oh, these are our design requirements. Then they will say, oh, you have to go to this person, go to that person to get things done. Then even for electricity, because the mall has negotiated for Keppel Electric to come in to, to have like so-called better rate. So we can only go to Keppel Electric. But our rate is not the better rate. It's a slightly higher rate. Yeah, all these little things add up. So do you think mall is good? I mean, it's affordable? No, it's not.
So here's an entrepreneur that's been traumatized by the malls. Okay. So we move away from the
Okay,
malls
okay.
and then
Alright.
try to understand the industrial capex setup, that you were talking about, right? So if let's say today you were to move in hypothetically, 100,000 is viable. Like the business can be viable if you're willing to put in the capex. That's the idea, right?
Yes.
Okay, but you're sick and tired of that lah, right? So that's your psyche at this point in time.
Yes.
Okay, so just to be very clear, everybody, that means there are certain business model within the F&B space that can still stand. It's just whether the entrepreneur wants to do it lah.
Yeah, I want to add, it's not that we're not sustainable. Like right now, right, my business is very sustainable.
Especially after the coverage.
Yeah, I mean, yes. We have no debts. And I've never taken loans. Yeah, never taken loans for my business.
How do you start then? How do you start?
My mom came in with the capital, and because we started in 2010, right? We were like a industry leader for Japanese cakes.
It's true.
So we broke even very quickly within a year.
But you're not a Japanese brand.
Yeah, I'm not a Japanese brand.
I'm gonna get a letter from this episode. But this unacceptable, right? If that's how they reply you. But anyway, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
So
business was great since the start.
Since then, we've always expanded on our own terms. That means when we make money, then we expand. We've never taken a loan. And I don't believe in taking loans moving forward. So I also don't want to do that just to sustain my business.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
That is great. Essentially, it's riding a wave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's a different game, right?
Yeah, it's very different now.
The things have changed, right? So great advice for everyone. Okay, so then I know you are also at the same time doing this whole other travel thing. That day when I came to the shop, like a bunch of them all went on her tour.
Oh yeah, my tour members are very sweet. They've been visiting me every other day. Yeah, one of them would come and say, Heidi, you have my support.
Really? Okay, so tell me more. You're gonna wind down this, although it's been a big part of your entrepreneurial journey.
Yes, I am.
And you're gonna ramp up your travel business.
Yes.
Right. So maybe share with us, like, at what point do you start this travel business thing?
I started in 2023.
Not too long ago.
Not too long ago, 2 years ago. And I started, it was completely by accident because prior to COVID, we had the support of Kobe prefecture government. So they came in and they said we would sponsor our chefs. We just want to showcase ingredients in Singapore. So that's how it started. Yeah, and then they would fly.
So you're a Japanese brand.
Hey, I'm not.
Okay, we messed up.
But I do speak Japanese, that's why. Yeah.
No, I mean, there's a statement, right? Like the Kobe prefecture government and talk to you, say, hey, let's work together.
Yeah.
That's an endorsement in itself.
So, because the stuff that we make, it's very to their standard.
It's nice, lah. It's nice.
They want to talk about their produce, their cream, the strawberries, and then they flew in pastry chefs from Kobe, they are like meisters, like the masters of their crafts. And that's how we started. So we had baking class in Singapore, a collaboration. And then after the baking class, there was interest from my then customers. They said, Heidi, we would love to go to Japan and then learn baking from these chefs. And then we can go there and use their eggs, their cream, their butter, not just the strawberries, right? So I said, okay, if there's a chance, I will organize one. And then COVID hit. Then after COVID, the restrictions lifted. The interest was immense. And that's how I started the very first tour. And my first batch of customers were all from the, this collab. Yeah, so that was a ready pool of customers. So when I did it the first time, and we posted about it, and then we have a lot of interest in when is our next tour. And then I just continued on and on. So we from just baking, we have already branched out to French cooking. Japanese does French very well.
Yeah.
We've done washoku. We've done miso making. We've done even tea harvest, the most recent one, tea harvest, and then making your own tea. Yeah, there's so much to learn because there's so much culture.
Oh wow, okay. That culture thing got a lot of backstory. We don't go there today.
We don't go there.
But yeah, okay. So I like what I'm hearing in the sense that you're really taking the business as it comes along.
Yeah,
when you see an opportunity,
like a natural progression.
Yeah. You go there. You go where it looks like there's an opportunity, right? So maybe give me a bit more color on how many people went for the first batch. How much are you charging?
Okay.
How does the numbers break down? Does it make sense?
Okay. My very first tour, we didn't want because it's just myself, right? So I couldn't have such a big group of people. So maximum is 8. And since then, I've kept it at 8 because it's a very comfortable number. One person take care of 8 people. It was 2,500 per person, and that's when 2023 when we started. You remember then yen was really, really cheap, right? It was free falling to 120 to a dollar. And then we had some support from the government, Kobe government, not my government, but Kobe side government. So that's how we could offer a 2005 as a first time.
Okay. So the Kobe government essentially did some sort of a matching with you lah. Every head you bring over.
No. They don't pay me.
Okay.
I will tell you straight. They sponsored my transportation.
Oh.
Yeah. So
okay.
they found like a driver and then a vehicle to transport my tour members from places to places because they want this to take off. Yeah. So they came in. They said, okay, we'll sponsor your transport. You see? That's support. Then subsequently, my tours have got increasingly more expensive. That's also because the yen started to drop. And then, once you can function, then the government's like, okay, thank you, and then continue on your own.
Yeah. Normal, right? I mean,
it's normal.
Governments are not supposed to subsidize business in that
correct.
sense,
So,
right? But the initial phase
but I was
very
very
important.
thankful. That's how we could take off.
Yeah.
Then, and then we expanded from 4 days, 3 nights to 5 days, 4 nights. And then we ate increasingly better, more elaborate meals, places that as a foreigner you can't go to. Yeah, we could have the chef customize dinners for us, work their way around the allergies, the many allergies that Singaporeans have.
And ever increasing list of allergies.
Yes. Yeah.
We're going to get cancelled so bad by so many people after this goes out.
Yeah, so like that lah. So okay, currently my next tour to Tamba Sasayama is a pottery tour. So that is this is the most expensive tour I've ever launched. It's 4,200 per person. But that because we include on top of the pottery that we make, we will take care of the international shipping back. That's why it's expensive lah. That's about it.
Okay, fair. So to run a travel business like this, right? What does it take? Like, is there licenses?
Oh, yes.
Such a Singaporean question. I got
It
license.
is, yes.
Got that.
When I started, right, I didn't realize I needed a license because I thought I'm doing business in Japan, ma. What has it got to do with Singapore, right? So I didn't have a license until a good friend of mine, like industry friend, he told me, say, hey Heidi, you need license one. Yeah, I said. So I said, oh, what license I need? It can't be tour guide, right? Because I'm not guiding here, I'm guiding in Japan. So it's like, oh, you need a tour agent license. So I was like, oh, right. And then it took me 4 months to get my license. So after he told me, I went to apply. Yeah, it took me 4 months to get my license. So now I am a licensed tour agent.
Do you have to put up 100,000?
Yes, I have.
Right, that's the requirement.
That's the requirement,
right?
100,000. And then there's like this whole proposal you need to write. Whether you want to you intend to hire in industry people, whether how will your business grow. Yeah.
What is the idea behind putting down the 100,000?
I think it's for insurance. In case anything happens, your company has 100K to pay out.
Okay, so is that 100K like a lock-in situation? Like
they ask for audited accounts every year. So every time they audit it's supposed to be you there. Submit, it has to show lah.
Okay, if not, you will not get a renewal of license.
Yes,
that's
correct,
the idea.
correct.
But it's not like they lock you in on the cash or it's not.
Or like so, they lock up the money.
Yeah.
Oh no. You keep your own money.
Keep your own money.
Correct.
Okay.
You submit just audited accounts.
And it's not a fee, right? It is just they just need to know that there's this money sitting around in the account.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think the application is $400.
Okay lah, compared to 100,000 is nothing much. Yeah. But I only recently found out that you need to put 100,000 to do this tour agent thing. Okay. Hey Coconuts, I'm very excited to introduce you to the latest offerings from World First. World First is an all-in-one business account that fuels your business worldwide. Their latest product, the World Card, is a multi-currency business card that allows you to get unlimited 1.2% cashback on all your business spend. If you use it on Meta Ads, Google Ads, ChatGPT, Salesforce, and more, you get additional benefits. Of course, subjected to change, terms and conditions apply. But more importantly, if today you are looking to start your business, whether it's in retail, e-commerce, or B2C, World First is your partner. Check them out, link in the description below, and back to the show. So then, how is the business going to grow then from your point of view? Because it's like eight
packs so little, right?
per section. I mean, you're slowly raising your rates across the board, but I'm sure as you raise rates, your customers are also expecting a improved experience
Correct.
and all that. So, like, how does the travel business work as compared to like F&B? You know,
it's very hard to scale. If I want to scale, I need to hire. Yeah, but currently I feel my customers they come to this tour. I mean, because they like the itinerary, but also they like my services because I'm a very food oriented person. I know a lot about food. I am able to introduce the meals that we eat, and then I'm able to also assist in the classes. So they like this experience. Whether or not I can scale or if I want to scale, I don't know. Right now I'm very comfortable. Yeah, I after Flor, closes, I really plan to do like maybe 16 to 20 tours a year. That's it.
that's quite a bit also, right? I mean, you're taking it on your own. That means every month you're doing 2.
Every month I will do 4. So it's just 4 months out of a year.
Okay. So you're just doing 4 months out of the year. Every month you'll do 4, and then you're chill for the next 8 months. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not 8 months. I'm in between.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so closing Flor, it will free me out on December's because usually I'm tied down in the shop during December because it's Christmas. We're very busy, right? So I can't do like a winter tour. But right now, who knows? I can do winter tours.
Yeah, stay tuned. Link in the description box below. Yeah. Okay. That is interesting. So then from a supplier standpoint, because previously when you run Flor, your suppliers, they deal with you here, right? But now you're dealing with your suppliers in Japan.
Yep.
Right? They are the ones that fulfill the experiences, right? You're the curator, lah, right? That's really what travel agencies do, and then you take a margin in the middle of the whole thing, right? So like, how has it been working with the Japanese over there?
We have our difficulties. Like a lot of it comes from, I wouldn't say the difference in language. I would say a difference in culture.
Yeah, can you elaborate? Because actually you are fluent in Japanese, right?
I'm not that fluent in Japanese.
But can converse lah. You just cannot debate complex topics, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But I understand their culture. I wouldn't say very well. So I understand how to communicate with them. Okay, for example, in Japan, it's all about relationship. It's not so transactional, not like, in Singapore, it's transactional. Over there, even before I want to do I want the services of this chef, to be part of the tour, I will go to his shop, I will eat his cake. And then that's the first visit. A second visit, I will go to his shop and eat his cake. And then come with a gift and say, oh, can we talk? Then he will say, oh, I need to think about it. On the third visit, I will go to his shop, eat a cake, bring a gift. And then we talk about, if he says okay, then we talk about how we can go ahead. So that's relationship building. Like even a restaurant, they don't want to take foreigners, but we are trying to convince them, right? Even before we talk business, I will go to that place and have dinner first. Yes. And then I'll ask him, what makes you cook, the way you cook. And then, what kind of ingredients you use. Are you open to maybe making some changes? Yeah. Are you open to having foreigners? I will do that.
Wow.
Yeah. So all this is very fun work. Fun, right? Sounds fun?
No. Okay.
Yeah, but once you build that relationship, they are very good to work with.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I say, okay, for example, there's this one place in Kobe, it's called Gensai. I've been there many times. And my customers really like it. It's like a 10-seater. The chef cooks in front of you. Seasonal ingredients, perfectly cooked. And then I would say this has a shrimp allergy. That one don't eat beef. This one don't eat gluten. Yeah, I tell you, in Singapore, they don't care. Actually, even in Japan, a lot of places, they don't care. But the chef will
try lah.
Will replace it with something. Yeah, and it's not an afterthought. It's really a something to, to replace the original item.
Interesting.
But it's tough lah. Yeah, every every industry has its own challenges.
Yeah, yeah.
also.
Can you elaborate a little bit more the challenges of the travel trade?
The Singapore side or the Japan side?
Both lah. I mean, yeah, because essentially you're doing two sides, right? One, you are recruiting the customers here,
Yes.
and then you are dealing with the suppliers there.
Yes, yes.
Right. So just elaborate the.
Wow. Because right now for travel business, it's all about providing a service compared to this is a hard product, right? So service is a lot of matching expectations. So Singaporeans, we like to, I say meet at 10. They come down 10:05. Yeah, we're not late what? They feel that they're not late. But to Japanese, if you don't come at 9:55, you're late. And that's how I manage my Singaporean customers' expectation and my Japanese supplier expectation. Make sure that they're not angry. We're so noisy and they come late and then demand for so many things. And yet I need to make sure my customers have a good time, enjoy their trip.
Okay.
Difficult, right?
Yes, it is difficult.
That's why only 8 packs.
Yeah. Nothing more. Yeah. But I do think there's a space for this kind of highly curated trips.
There is. We have a lot of interest in this trip. It's just about, price matching the expectation. Because right now, your run-of-the-mill, your big brands, Chan Brothers, they are offering like a much lower rate, right?
Yeah.
But for what I'm charging is a lot higher.
Okay.
Yeah, but the experience is totally different.
Okay. But is there a certain clientele that you're targeting, or like is there a way to go about selling the product? Something that is more niche as a travel product. Just want to get your wisdom on this.
When I first started, surprisingly, my customer base, they're all of a higher age. I'm talking about 45 and above, all the way to 70 years old. They are
the whole bunch was there the other time.
Yeah. So
you went for the spring one.
Correct.
I went for the spring last year. All the very cute aunties. Yeah.
Because they have more time. They can afford the tours. And usually ladies lah. Because at that age, right, the ladies are the ones who wants to experience. The men, I'm sorry, they just want to stay at home and watch TV.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they will ditch their husbands and then they'll come on my tour and they're very happy with their jiameis.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Everybody needs some of their own space, right? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And so at first I thought that would be my target customers. Then recently for the tea harvest tour, I get a lot of young people. I mean, by young, I'm talking about 20 plus to 30 plus.
Wow.
Yeah. And I feel that maybe it could be the itinerary that I'm offering. So for the tea harvest, it's more young people. I also don't know why. Yeah, I have to study on this. Then for the baking and cooking, they're older people.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So then how do you for like a better way to put it, generate leads then, right? Because it's pretty much a conversion game, right? In the travel agency trade, as compared to at running Fleur, there's the online sales channel, there's the in-person shop. There are multiple avenues to go about this. But you're running like a very boutique travel agency now.
I see.
How do you get all your customers? How do they find you?
They're all false customers. So I'm very lucky in this.
Unfair. This unfair advantage. Cannot copy.
I'm very lucky because we have such a good customer base, right? So people who likes Flor, usually they are the ones who are more discerning. They have more discerning taste. Yeah, they appreciate the better things in life and they have a bit more spending power. So it matches
exactly
very well.
Okay, fair. I get it. So that is kind of where you play, and you in a short period of time have no thoughts on like going further or developing like a social media strategy or something.
Social media strategy, no, but we are getting quite a bit of attention from other prefecture governments. In fact, this July, I'm invited to Kagoshima by the prefectural government because they like what I'm doing in Kobe. So they want to repeat the same success in Kagoshima. Then Hokkaido looks like it's next on the list. They are also interested. So I don't know how busy I'll be.
Oh my.
Maybe I need to hire more help.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We can put a link here. Sign up if you speak Japanese and would like to bring a group tour. Yeah. But okay, I like that. I think you got a lot of the bases covered. In terms of the thoughts. For me, you have 15 years in the 15 years in business. Although it's a different business, you have a general sense of kind of how things work. You do have to figure around. But when dealing with governments, It's not everyday businesses deal with governments. Maybe they will deal with permits, or they will deal with licensing, they will deal with, some officers here and there. But it does sound like you're working with these different state governments or prefecture governments to really craft something with them and grow.
Yeah, but
So how do you
how does it work?
Yeah, how do you deal with them? How do you
I think how Singaporeans we see government, they're like, our government is very top down, right? So they come from a place of authority. That's our Singapore view of government. I don't know whether you can say this or not.
It's okay. If after this show we close, right, then you know already. You know what happened. Yes.
Oops. So for Japan, for example, the department I'm working with in Kobe, they are the international department and the agricultural department. So, for the agriculture department, who are the people working there? They're farmers. They're legit farmers. So they studied farming in the university. Do you get what I mean? They're not just paper warriors. They actually do the work. It's very easy to work with them because they're very passionate about the industry or the craft that they're supporting. So for international department, they're very good with helping with translation, right? They can provide me with a translator. They know what I need. Then for the agriculture department, because for my Kobe tours, every tour we will go to a farm. Then they will link me up with a farmer, and then tell them, these are foreigners. Tell them, just act as a bridge. Because a lot of farmers, they don't want you to come, so they know what they're doing. Yeah, so it's like working with another craftsperson. It feels to me it's like working with another craftsperson.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's not like in Singapore you go to an agency, right? But they don't know what they're doing. Right.
Okay, thank you. That's the end of the TFC business show. Oh my. Yeah. But okay,
industry
just
knowledge.
To clear this, is it only unique to the farming community? Because
we do a lot of food.
Yeah, because I know that the Japanese have a very different structure when it comes to agriculture.
Yes. They're very strong.
Yeah, very strong, and then they're strong. A big part is because the agriculture, the farmers actually, for lack of a better way to put it, are very unionized. Right?
Yes.
And they get to run the agriculture bank, they get to run the insurance, they get to do the whole thing. So it's the whole vertical. I accidentally, when I was in Kyoto University, I accidentally went in and I was like, wow, this farming thing is very serious. It's not just like a random course on the side. This is front and center in a lot of what they do. So would you say that it is just to adjust our audience expectation, and just in case in the future they also work with Japanese government? It's like, the other department not like that.
No. Okay,
right?
so
just to be clear, is it agriculture, farming?
Yeah, it could be an agriculture thing. Things that have to do with crafts.
Okay.
Crafts. Yeah, so we wanted to, for example, the pottery, we are branching into pottery, right? We don't have the government's help, but we did ask the government, say, could you point us in the right direction, link us up to a person who knows about pottery, we can look for a studio who can take in foreigners. Yeah, they're able to link us up.
Okay. So that is essentially the type of support that you get over there.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Very nice. Any last things you want to say about the travel business? Some insights for fellow entrepreneurs that are looking at the travel business?
I feel that for all business, right, gotta think long term. Yeah, build relationship first rather than short term profit maximizing, and that's how you can last in the industry.
Okay.
For all businesses.
Yeah. So but you must have staying power right?
Yeah.
Essentially. And I think that's a big reason why a lot of Singapore businesses fail, because the cost inputs are very high. So you have no staying power.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just about staying for 2-3 years such that everybody, confirm that you are serious, and then the bigger deals start to come in. If you can't stay, then that's the situation, right? I think that's why a lot of smaller businesses are struggling, right? But anyway, I want to move into the more contentious discussion of home-based business. Just since we're on the topic, right?
Yes,
want to get your point of view around this. I mean, it's all the recent saga.
Yeah.
Wow, really? This episode very hot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw.
Yeah, tell me, what is your take?
I am not against home-based business. In fact, I think it's a very good starting ground for a lot of young entrepreneur who wants to start out, right, to test market. But that said, I feel that we can do with having a bit more responsibility. I don't want to use licensing, because licensing is just monetary, right? Just you pay money, then you get a license. No, but for this home-based business to recognize that they have a social responsibility, be it in hygiene, be it in providing something that is a good product. Yeah, to recognize that they have to give this if they want to do a business. However you want to put it.
Okay, fair. So essentially, you're not against it.
Not against
it's
it.
just probably need to have a bit more organizing around this.
Yeah.
Maybe not in licenses, but in social responsibility.
Yeah.
So you have to bound them by the moral structure.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad, right? I do think.
Yeah, because I feel that it's lacking in our society.
Mm,
We are so
everything is contractual.
transactional. Yeah,
Okay.
why are you doing this? Or because we want to get rich fast. Every
Okay.
other entrepreneur is this because we want to get rich fast.
Yeah. That is a much different discussion, but a worthy one in the future. Okay, so maybe one last question for you. If today, right, someone comes to you and say, okay, since you don't want to do floor already, right? How about I do? I buy over the whole thing. I buy the brand, I buy your recipes, I buy your systems, and then, you exit the whole thing. Maybe you sit on my board for a while and then we'll run it.
Wow.
Yeah, so if someone comes and say that, firstly, is that a possibility? And like, if it's a possibility, then like, what is your expectation of this person or this team?
All investors want a return, right? They want a return. So we had opportunities to sell before to big companies before. And
Which one? Cannot say. This one cannot say.
I signed an
NDA. NDA cannot say.
Yeah, cannot say. But I've rejected them because I'm a person, right? That 要赚钱也要
Yeah, I know. That day I was chatting with the mom, and mom said, "Yeah, 做生意 cannot like that one, right?
But
that's why you created a unique thing. But anyway, yes, please continue.
Yeah, so growing this brand for 50 years hasn't been easy. Yeah, so if I want someone, like if someone wants to come in to be an investor to grow this together with me, I need to sit the person down and to make sure that we're on the same page. And it's very hard to find a person who is like me on the same page. Yeah.
Okay, fair. So you must have the first meeting.
Yeah, build a relationship.
Second meeting.
Come and have my cake first.
Eat the cake and then bring a gift. Can we chat? Oh my God. Okay. So it's, just to be clear, it's not a no. But as of now, you have not found anyone that is worthy.
Depends. Depends.
Okay.
Do you know our cakes? We make in the morning. We don't sell. We don't keep. Have to throw. I ask you, how many investors can tahan? Cannot.
Very hard. Yeah, the perishable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you that's the reality of your business, right?
Yes.
Okay, fair.
Right.
Okay, great. So thanks for going through this whole session with me. I think it's a nice cozy space, and we talked about a lot of things. Something I don't even know can go out.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Please censor.
Yeah, we'll censor accordingly. We hopefully it is what it is. But any last words for fellow entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs or people that are trying to get this thing going?
It's not that bad really. Like even if you fail, it's just gonna be another lesson to you. Yeah, so it's really not that bad. Yeah, 加油. Go for it.
加油. And then you're very stressed, then we can't talk.
Yeah.
Right. Business is like that.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time and I appreciate all of you for tuning in to a TFC business show today. I hope you enjoy our outdoor shoot. We brought all the barang-barang out to a space. I think by the time this episode goes out, it's end of the shop lah. So no
we're
choice.
closed already, right?
Yeah, closed already. No choice. It's like, what an ending. But yes, so if you like what we are doing today, go to our website, thefinancialcoconut.com, to put your email there so that in the future we get access to you, we can connect with you directly, let you know what is happening, what is coming out, what event, so we don't need to compete with the algorithm all the time to reach you.
Yes.
Okay, so this is important, yeah. So go to thefinancialcoconut.com to put your email address to stay connected. With that, that's the end of today's business show. We'll look at the next one. We'll see you there. Meanwhile, take care. Stay fun. Bye-bye.